Okay, so just to quickly recap on what we did before our tea break, is we are busy with the subject of marketing, and we've done so it's 4 P's of marketing: product, price, place, promotion. And we are busy with promotion. So just to recap the other 3, product is making sure you have the right product, one that is needed and wanted in your community, one that is going to make you the most money, one that's attractively displayed, one that is packaged right, one that is the right fit for the type of business you're wanting to run. Then setting at the right price. Selling at the right price is making sure that you've taken all your costs into consideration, that you've priced it in such a way as people are willing and able to pay, and where you're making the most money. And then you've got the right amount of stock in order to make money. And then place or logistics is how you're going to store your products, how are you going to get them to and from your customers, how you're going to buy your raw materials or your products, and then finally, where are you going to situate your business, where you're going to place it. And it needs to be in line with other business around you, where your competition is not too high, where customers can get to you easily, and so on. And then we were busy with promotion. And this is what we're going to be spending the next 15 or so minutes talking about. So promotion has got everything to do with making your customers aware of what you are trying to send to them or give to them. And so here are some different methods that make up promotion. So advertising, personal selling, where you're actually demonstrating your product and getting people to buy it. Word of mouth. Now that is your key. So I'm going to just draw a little a set of blocks around what is the most important as far as your marketing or your promotion is concerned. So personal, sorry, not that one, sorry. Word of mouth is huge. Now, my dear people, it's called word of mouth. It's called word of mouth. It's not called mouth to mouth. A lot of people say mouth to mouth advertising. Now, mouth to mouth is what I do with my wife when I kiss her. Okay? Word of mouth is your word to their ear. So it's called word of mouth advertising, not mouth to mouth advertising. So that is absolutely key. You can also do things like sponsoring an event, like they do that a lot in golf and in soccer, and in, all you need to do is look on the TV and you see all of these sponsors that sponsor soccer or motor racing or rugby or whatever the case may be. Knock and drop is where you actually knock on people's houses and you leave them with something to read. Demonstrating your product is where you physically demonstrate your product and how to use it and whatever. And then direct selling is where you do it, where you're just trying to get a whole bunch of people and they go door to door and they start to sell. Now, what's more important in this green lot, billboards and posters? Yes, you need to have some kind of that, but the main one here is where is it here? Sign outside your business. Absolutely key. You need to have a sign outside your business that you are basically letting your people know, I'm in business, this is what I do. So Ellie, you say, what is knock and drop? So knock and drop is where you are literally going door to door, knocking on people's doors and giving them some kind of piece of paper, which is generally a pamphlet or something that's written on your product, to have people say, here I am, this is what I offer you. But it's generally you leave them with something to read. So that's what's knock and drop. Okay, all right. Then another important one is over the internet, and I haven't included Google Ads because over the internet has got everything to do with social media. Okay. Some of them that don't apply anymore. This one doesn't apply anymore because we don't use fax machines anymore. Electronic media would be the one that would be the more important one there, and electronic media would be over the to do it via Facebook and Instagram and those type of things. Pamphlets, flyers, brochures, also relatively important, but it depends on your product. Pamphlets, flyers, and brochures simply inform people. Okay. All right. Business cards is also quite an important one to have, particularly in the service industry. You need to have business cards. But other ways that you can do it is billboards and posters. These are these big signs you see along the roads or tied to lamp poles on your vehicle. So you can have a name that brands your vehicle so that people know that there goes the person of X, Y, and Z fast food place or whatever the case may be. Mail shots is where you put into people's post boxes, but that's also not a very good one. Advertising boards on street poles used to be at one stage quite a way to go, advertising, particularly in some of the major towns in South Africa. Stickers, iron-on, and screen printing, that's generally for shirts and stuff like this. In the media, print, radio, television, also quite important. And then to get other businesses to advertise for you. So for instance, in our hardware stores, they've got business cards of builders and plumbers and tilers and painters and that. So that's getting another business to advertise for you. Don't want to spend too much time on this because, there's much more I need to say in terms of the entire lecture. So any questions about what I've got on my screen so far, especially word of mouth, business cards, sign outside the business, electronic media over the internet? Anybody want to ask anything?
Mr. Chris, I wanted to.
Yes,
Mr. Chris.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Chris, with the knock and drop, hey, don't you think it's like risking your business? Because sometimes if you knock and drop, some people, they don't even read the paper that you just dropped. They just throw it on the dustbin without even reading it. So I don't think the marketing will sustain your business or will promote your business if you do the knock and drop.
I don't think it's very effective. In the olden days, maybe it was effective, but these days it's not effective. Because like what you say, people look at this thing and then throw it away. It's like, when, it's like printing out a whole lot of flyers and putting it in people's post boxes. I mean, people just generally throw it away. So that's not a very good one. That's why I didn't even highlight it. So word of mouth advertising is huge. And by the way, word of mouth advertising either works for you, in other words, people promote your business by saying, "Oh, I had a great experience, go there," or it can be negative word of mouth advertising, which starts to destroy your business. And so you've got to be very careful about what people are saying about your business, because it's your most effective way of advertising your business. So, for instance, I need a little bit of building work done on my home. I went to a friend's place and he was showing me a room that he added on. I said, "Oh, who is your builder?" "Oh, this guy." "Okay, give me his number, I'll phone him." And so that was a word of mouth advertising, and I phoned him and he's giving me a quote. So that's just how powerful that is. I'm just going to clear all these drawings. All right, now let's move on to the next one. So what is the difference then between advertising and promotion? So all I want to say here is advertising is generally in the print or on a radio or on a television or on a poster or something. It doesn't have a mouth, basically. People have to read it. It doesn't have much life. It just informs people. Meanwhile, promotion is very active. It interacts with the customers, invites customers to buy, should be vibrant and exciting, and generally gets people to buy because of your enthusiasm. All right, so Slindile says, can you please elaborate on sponsoring an event? So sponsoring an event could be, let's say, at the local school, they're having a sports day. Okay, so you get some banners made, and you would sponsor some prizes or something like that. You'd say, you know, for the top runner in this category gets, 3 packets of crisps or chips, or, you know, the person that wins that event gets 1,000 Rand or something like that. So, but you'd make absolutely sure that those that are attending would see that your business is sponsoring this event. So that's what sponsoring an event would be. So putting your advertising out there and linking it to something that's happening in and around your community. Holly, yeah, you've got your hand up.
Yes, Mr. Chris. If you say sponsoring, like I heard what was the response towards Lee's question. But now I wanted to know if, let's say I'm sponsoring, right? Is there a loss for me, or?
Look, you've obviously got to put some money into, you know, so it's all about this, what we called earlier on, called return on investment. So basically, you're doing it for awareness, so that people to get to know your business in the community, but it's also got to bring in customers. So it's not sponsoring an event doesn't unless you've got some kind of a stall there where you are actually physically selling your product and people can buy it right there and then. Like, for instance, if you've got a food wagon and you are selling sausage rolls, or you're selling hot fresh chips or something like that, and you've also sponsored the event, then you'll get immediate return on your investment. But sometimes it might just be, you get return on your investment over time, you know, as people get to know your business more and more. So it depends on what you're doing. I hope that answers your question. All right, now going on. So the method of promotion depends on the following factors. Will people see or hear it? If you've done a sign, will they walk past your sign? Do they listen to the radio? Do they read the newspaper? If you've done advertising in a local newspaper or on a community radio station. And then the costs involved all advertising costs money. The one that's not expensive at all is word of mouth advertising. So you got to choose your method carefully. It's got to bring in the business. It's got to be target specific. It's got to be affordable, and so on. And some advertising can be extremely expensive. Okay. So that's promotion. We've got a couple of ways to go with this lecture. So I'm now wanting to get into slightly more. So we've done product, we've done price, we've done place, we've done promotion. So to summarize promotion, what message are you getting out there? Is it effective? Is it drawing in customers? Do they know about your business? Do they know about what you're selling? And are they attracted? So that's to summarize promotion. All right. Now, we're going on to something called the environmental context, or what we sometimes term as the macro environment. Okay. And what we are talking about is when you develop your 4 Ps, your marketing strategy. See in the middle, product, price, place, promotion. It is within a context that you've got to keep in consideration. So I'll start here at the top, competitive environment. So how many competitors are there? How strong are they? How are they advertising? How are people getting to know about them? Will your advertising be more effective than theirs will? Okay, so that's what you've got to keep into consideration. Then you've got to look at your what's called your economic environment. The economic environment is what is the state of the economy like in the area that you're trying to market to? In other words, are they rich? Are they poor? Are they getting richer? Are they getting poorer? And so on. So you've got to look at the economy of the area. Then you've got to look at the social and cultural environment. In other words, are more foreign people moving into your area? Are less foreign people moving into your area? Do they have the same culture as you do? Do they not have the same culture as you do? Are they the same social standing? Are more rich people moving in? Are more poorer people moving in? So that's what you've got to consider as well when you're developing your marketing strategy. Then you've also got to look at the natural environment. Is my business destroying nature in any way, or is it building upon nature? Is it, because a lot of people are saying, you know what, we don't want to support businesses that are destroying nature. They're putting too much plastics or too much chemicals in the atmosphere. So that's the natural environment. Market segment and size goes along with the competitive environment. So, how many people are there doing the similar business, and can you win what's called market share from them? The next one is availability of your suppliers. How available are your suppliers? Are you able to get all of your products all of the time, all of the raw materials, all of the time? So that's what you've got to look at. Your technical environment is how technical is your, do you need much technical stuff for your business? And what has your competitor got in terms of their technical environment? So that's that one. Political and legal, what's happening in the political arena, what's happening in the legal arena around your business, what are the politicians saying? Like for instance, in lockdown here in South Africa, our government made a thing of not being, you're not allowed to sell alcohol. And so that became a major problem in this country, and a lot of illegal alcohol brewing businesses jumped up. And so that was kind of like the political and legal. And then the demographic environment. Demographics is people, the study of people. So again, what is the makeup of the people? Are they young? Are they old? Are they getting younger? Are they getting older? Are there more children? Are the people of working age? Are they leaving? So what's happening with the people? So all I'm trying to say with this is, when you design your marketing strategy, you've got to consider external factors as well, because you can't just do a marketing strategy in isolation. That's all I want to say about that. So any questions around the external strategy, the external areas that could affect your marketing strategy? Anybody? All right, let's look at then using the marketing mix tools. So again, you start with identifying the product or service, as we said. Conduct research, and particularly, you go through a series of 4P questions, which you're going to find in your homework when I give you your homework. Then you got to ask why and what if questions to challenge your results. What I mean by that is, why did they answer like this? And what if something changes? What if there's a strong competitor? What if I can't get all my products when I need it? What if? And so you got to ask the why and what ifs. And then when you are satisfied that you've answered 2 and 3, then you do research on your customers, and you ask some questions of your customers. And then you keep on questioning them until you've optimized the marketing strategy, and then you review your marketing strategy regularly. I wouldn't worry too much about this slide, really. Okay. What I'm wanting to do is go on to the last section, which is creating a 10-step marketing strategy. So 10 steps to creating a marketing strategy. Ellie, you say, what is the difference between marketing and advertising? So marketing is the big overall, advertising is a smaller component of marketing. Holly, you've got your hand up.
Yes, Mr. Chris, what I wanted to ask is, okay, let's say I've done my research, right? And my business is running smooth, and I've asked my customers their needs and wants and problem solving. Now, while the business is running smooth, am I allowed to also keep on doing the research if what I'm selling, my customer happy about it, or must I continue selling without?
It's not, are you allowed to, Holly? You must be. You must continue to do research, because, you know, if your customers change slightly or their likes and dislikes change slightly, you need to know that. So let's say that you are selling fat cakes and mince, and your customers start saying, oh no, you know, we're getting sick and tired of fat cakes and mince. We want fat cakes and liver, or we want fat cakes and fish, or we want something like that. So you've got to keep up to date with what your customers' wants and needs are, and it's ongoing research that you're needing to do. Good. Thanks for the questions, everybody. So what I'm going to do is take you through quick 10 steps to creating a winning marketing strategy. So number one, of course, is know your target market. Be sure who you're marketing to. Number two is look closely at your market and what does your customers perceive as being of value. Okay, so what do they see as being, or what you're offering, is it valuable to them or not? Then you've got to look at your competition and their 4 Ps and what they are doing in terms of their 4 Ps, their quality, their price. And you've got to ask yourself, can I improve on their quality? Can I offer a fresher, better approach than that? Then you've got to define a packet of customer benefits that you'll offer your customers. Now, I'm going to go into benefits in the next lecture, which we're not going to be doing today. So we'll just hold on over that one, and I'll explain it at a later stage. Okay. What are you offering that's unique in the eyes of your customer? So you've got to position what you are trying to sell so it is unique in the eyes of your customer, because this will start to build a brand, and a brand is what will keep your customers coming back to you all the time. Then you've got to track the trends in your industry. In other words, what are people going for these days? You know, are they going for a nice, fresh, colorful look, or are they going for a more pastels look, or are they going for hot food like things which are curries in this, or are they going for much more milder food? So you've really got to look at the trend that is happening. Then you've got to get close to your customers and stay close to them. It's cheaper to keep a customer than it is to get a new one. And that's just really making sure that you're offering what your customers need and want, and that is exciting to them. Then you've got to develop soft skills of courtesy, service, and care for your customers. And finally, build a strong customer-orientated culture. In other words, customer is king, they come first. So that's all I want to say about that. All right, is there any questions or comments? Sorry for those that are having connectivity problems. All right, so let me summarize what we've said so far. So marketing and the marketing mix, and it's all about the 4 Ps of marketing: having the right product at the right price, situated in the right place, and having the right logistics, and getting people to know your business by promotion, and it's changing these or making sure that these are working in harmony with one another, product, price, place, promotion, so it best puts your product and what you're offering in the best light, and your customers buy your product. Then of course you've got to, when you do your 4 P's of marketing, you've got to consider the external environment and what influence does it play on your marketing strategy. So that's what I wanted to say.